All right, the Pentagon confirming today that ISIS fighters have successfully used drones rigged with explosives to kill 2 Kurdish soldiers in Iraq. If that's not alarming enough, military officials say ISIS fighters are using very simplistic drones, like the ones that can be purchased easily on the internet. For more analysis on this, I'm joined right now by 4-star retired general and Fox News military analyst, General Jack Keane. General, good to see you as always. Fill me in on exactly what these are. Drone explosives?
Yeah, well, ISIS has been using these small surveillance drones for some time. And they're similar, you know, they would actually look like a model airplane. So they're that small. And they buy them on a commercial market, you know, literally through the internet. But now they began to put some small explosive devices. They've used that 3 times in the last month. And this time 2 Kurds were killed, and actually 2 French military who were assisting the Kurds were wounded in that act. They were trying to examine the drone and see how it was put together when it went off, unfortunately. But clearly, we've got a change in tactic here for sure. And listen, other radical Islamists are using drones both for surveillance mostly, but also beginning to use them as explosive devices. I'm talking about Hezbollah, Hamas, offshoots of Al-Qaeda.
Yeah, they're using technology to their advantage. Let me jump in, though, with a rather simplistic question, but perhaps you can shed some light on. In other words, you can get explosives that are small enough to put into these actual drones. They can actually kill people.
Yeah, absolutely. But what'll happen, I think, is they'll continue to use the small drones for surveillance. For obvious reasons, they won't be detected, but they'll probably try to increase the size of the drones they're going to use for explosive devices because they can do far more damage if they can get more ordnance in it.
Bigger the bomb.
And where this will eventually head, and this is what makes it even more serious, is not just in the combat zone, but outside of a combat zone where the radical Islamists can use a drone inside a population center, inside a stadium. We can all make a list of the places that would be available to them to do that, as opposed to just using vehicles, IEDs strapped to their bodies, etc. Yeah. So this technology is out there, it's available to them, and certainly we know for a fact they take advantage of whatever technology they can get their hands on.
It brings a new meaning to the need to police this better in the way of actually having perhaps some laws for these drones that are up there, in the airspace. General Keane, as always, thank you so much, sir.